Hey everybody, welcome to Variety Talk, and I am your host, Lady Linda. This is your business networking show, and we are definitely out here in the field interviewing people and making sure that we are sending you a very, very special Christmas gift. And as you can see, it is live out here. We're getting ready for the Christmas parade. We're getting ready for all the Christmas decorations. But what we have right now in our studio is Mr. Tim Searcy. And Tim is a wonderful, world-renowned and up-and-coming all at the same time singer, producer, writer, and overall good guy. So, Tim, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you so much for being right there in the helm, right there in the studio with us while we're out here in the field trying to get everybody ready for this great Christmas parade. We're doing some filming out here and doing some interviews, and we're going to get back to everybody in the next few weeks and find out what they think about Christmas and what their Christmas wish is, all the way live from the Strip right here in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So, Tim, I tell you what, tell us a little bit about yourself and give us a little background on who you are, what you're doing, and what you're doing in Las Vegas.
Well, I've been here for many, many years. I don't want, but it's I've performed here for so long since I was very, very young.
Thank you, guys. I used on a talk show. Thank you for this.
I used to. I was backstage a lot when I was very, very young, backstage with Sammy Davis and all the greats here, and in the day when I was like 13 years old. I want to tell that'll be telling me my age, but it's all good. But
that's okay. That's okay. I do the same thing, Tim. Don't worry about it.
I know I've been doing this for such a long time, but I've done a lot of things here in Las Vegas. I won Performer Entertainer of the Year here in Vegas a couple times, and I've been with Sony. I've been with Warner Brothers, and I'm with an independent label right now doing music.
What did you do with Sony and Warner Brothers? Were you did you have your music on those labels?
What was happening was I was working with a lot of the producers and writers at the time with other artists and other things. So I was with Maurice White's company, Kalimba Productions, which they were working on a deal with Warner Brothers at the time. And then I ended up being with Solar Epic Sony Records at the time, and I was working on my music at the time, but things happened with Solar and the other things changed, you know how the industry changes and everything. So I ended up working with leaving Sony and working with other companies, but I was with them for several years. But I ended up working with a lot of the artists, and I used to do a lot of for a lot of the producers. I used to do all their like demoing some of the songs and all that stuff for other artists and everything too. So at the same time working on my music as well. But now, go ahead.
I'm wondering what got you involved in the industry from the beginning. Did you always have that passion and love for music, or how did you actually get started?
Well, when I was really young, I used to watch my mom. My mom was an amazing. Her and her sisters used to sing like gospel, in the gospel for their church for many years, and that inspired me when I was a young kid. So that really got me into the music business. And my cousin, my mom's side of the family, my cousin is Al Green on my mom's side of the family. So that whole side of the family, there's amazing vocalists and singers and just incredible. So that whole inspiration of being around all that just inspired me to do my music.
Wow, well, I can understand, because you know what, over the next few weeks, we are definitely going to feature your music and make sure that everybody gets an opportunity to hear the Tim from the past, the present, and the future. And we're actually having a series as we go forward on what we consider to be legends. And I know you're too young to be a legend, but speaking of legends, we've got Mr. James Bradley, who has a very long career, and it started all the way back in the disco era.
Mm-hmm.
He was out there with Donna Summer and all of the disco folks, and he's done wonderful music, and we're going to actually have an opportunity to talk to him later on during the show. and that will be a 3-part series that we have, as well as one of the members from the Stylistics, Mr. Van Fields, has been on with us.
Mm-hmm.
And Van is definitely also what we consider to be a legend. And all of you share something very common and very similar, and that is a beautiful history of music dating back 20, 30 years. And yet at the same time, it's still very in demand today. And that's what's really exciting. So we're going to take a quick station break. And when we come back, we're going to just talk a little bit more about your background and that sort of thing, because we want everybody to know about Mr. Searcy and who he is and what he's all about. All right? So everybody, you're watching Variety Talk live in Las Vegas, and we've got a wonderful host sitting in with us, Mr. Tim Searcy, and I am your host, Lady Linda. We'll be right back.